Hey guys, JC Smith here. We're back on this thing today, the 6.7, and we got the oil pan off. You see that blocks in there? It's just in case these straps would come loose or something, just so nobody gets hurt. We got the oil pan off, and I'm transferring parts over now. So hopefully here before too long I'll have the oil pan ready to go on. We'll stick that up in there, get it all torqued in. So here's a better view of that cracked oil pan. You can see it goes all the way through, and the pickup tube actually got damaged also. See, it's out of round, so we won't be using that. So I took the original, and I've been cleaning it for, well, I don't know how long, but I ran it through the parts washer, flushed it forward, flushed it back. Now I'm getting ready to put the O-rings in, and then it'll go up inside here. Now when I took this apart, get this off here, you see those are both square. This is a little different. I'm not sure what the heck's going on with this, but when I went to get parts, this called for 2 O-rings. Now neither one of those pickup tubes had 2 O-rings, it only had 1. And let's see where they're at here. Here they are. It comes in a pack of 2. Well, that doesn't really mean anything, but anyways, I'm going to get them on. We'll get the oil pan ready to go. I want to tell you a little more about this program. This is a complete service manual for the F-Series trucks. It's, like I said, 2011 up. It covers the 6.2 gas, 6.8 V10, and the 6.7 diesel. It covers bumper to bumper, wiring schematics, engine, transmission, transfer case, drive line, everything. Let's see if I can take a second here and kind of show you. It's all done by sections, okay? I'm in group 3, which is engine right now, but you can go through, and I'm in 6.7 diesel, and you can go through and get just about anything you're after in here. Of course, except for the breakdown of that oil pickup tube to see. I'm sure they sell that as an assembly with that pickup tube already in there, is probably why, but who knows. So here's a basic breakdown of the engine and the rear engine adapter housing. This is where the rear main seal sits, which we don't need to fool with that, but you know, it's a pretty good breakdown, and it's not a cheap thing to buy, but when you're doing stuff like what I'm doing and you do as many as I've been messing with, it's kind of handy, you know. The wiring schematics are always nice because, you know, chasing wiring problems is something I like. I do like this. That's an oil squirter. It goes underneath the piston to help cool the piston down while the diesel engine's running. You're not going to see that on a 5.4 or 6.2 or 6.8, but anyhow, it's a pretty good program. Good pictures, tells you all the tools, special tools you'll need if you want to go that way. But anyways, pretty good system. So let me get back at this oil pan, get it together. Oil pan is all cleaned up. As you can see, it's back to new again. And I got the new seal in, ready to go. Before we actually tighten it down, we got to put a dab of silicone RTV in these 4 places here, where the back cover and front cover meet the oil pan. And pickup tube's all cleaned up, so we're ready. We're ready to put in 25 oil pan bolts, I guess, so here we go. Okay, the oil pan is now back in, and as you can see, there's no seal in this timing cover because I had to knock it back out because you can't get that seal around here. It's a double lip. It has lip going in and lip going out. When you try and slide this on, it keeps wanting to fold the seal in. So that plastic cone that came with it, which is right here, is going to have to go over top of this to get it started and then put the seal in. So I'm going to have to get another seal because I didn't want to put it in wrong and it not work, so I just knocked it out. And of course I don't want to use it now, but we put the oil pan in. You had to get it close, but you couldn't tighten it up because the O-ring, there's that part of that oil pan gasket has a port right here for the oil pump here, and here, which this is the pickup. This must be the return, or the pressure, I guess. Yeah, this would be the pickup, this would be the pressure. Yeah. Anyways, you couldn't get that in without damaging those seals or risking them being collapsed or ripped or torn. So you had to leave this oil pan down just a little bit, put the timing cover in place, line up the oil pump in here, and then tighten everything up. So now I'm ready to put the fan clutch adapter on here, because there's, as you see, there's no water pump in the center to run the cooling fan off of, so there's an adapter housing. Let me grab that. The cooling fan clutch adapter. We try and leave these bolts in as much as we can. Brian, why don't you start those? I might have that upside down. Let me look here. Yeah, it's too hard to do one-handed. Oh, it goes up higher is the problem. It goes, it's supposed to be an alignment pin on this thing. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so there she goes. Well, we're missing one bolt down there. I wonder where it got to. 13-headed bolt. Try it, but I don't think that's it. No, that's not it. Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyways, that's how it goes, you can see. So this is nothing more than an adapter to put the fan clutch on. So that'll be that. I'm going to get the last bolt and get this tightened up next. And that sun is horrible for this. You can't see anything. Well, anyways, we're getting down to the tedious stuff. The time-consuming crap. The timing cover is all back on. Brandon's putting the new block heater harness in. He's got the AC compressor back on. We got the wiring harness back on. It goes to the starter. We're going to be held off for a couple days till get that new seal. So I just stuffed a blue towel in there to keep any crap from getting in there. It's coming along slow and steady, but we should still be able to set the cab on tomorrow, I guess. We're getting close. We'll get this power steering pump put on there. Had to clean out the threads, had mud daubers in here. It's worth it. Take the time. Run the tap through. You can get these taps. Yeah, you don't have to buy Snap-on, but because I think somebody else makes this for Snap-on, and it's just boxed for them. Because I've seen the same set from Matco and Mac, but this is a metric set. It's got, you know, the fine pitch in the coarse, and then dies in the bottom. But pretty handy set to have around. Worth it. That's for sure. But anyways, we'll get back at this. Okay, it's the end of the day, and the engine's all back together with the exception of the seal and the timing cover. All the wiring harnesses are back in, alternator's back in, the fan clutch mount's back on, all the hoses are back on, the oil pan's in, oil cooler, so on and so forth, and whatever. So this is ready, with the exception of the damper pulley and the fan clutch, the fan and fan clutch both, to go on. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the cab on in the morning, because as you see, we pulled the whole front clip out of it. So we didn't take a chance that the radiator condenser or the secondary radiator could get damaged, so we just pulled it apart. So we're going to go ahead and set this back on tomorrow, get it all mounted back on, and that way the engine can be covered well, and you know, we don't have to keep an eye on this anymore. It can actually be what it needs to be. So tomorrow morning we're going to stick that on. So that's where we're at. We got about probably 4.5, 5 hours in this, changing everything out, getting it all done. That was a big setback, a big mistake. Well, I guess it wasn't a big mistake, but it sucks because I had that manual and I didn't even think to look at it, and I should have. So that was my mistake. So that'll cost me about 23 bucks. Cheap education, I guess. But anyways, that's where we're at. I'll leave you with that, and we'll catch you on the next one.